another Math 2 class with Teacher Marian. For this time, we will discuss the second lesson in Quarter 4, Module 3, which is Interpreting Deciles. For this lesson, our main focus is to interpret deciles. First, let us recall that deciles are the score points that divide the distribution into 10 equal parts. Each part represents 1/10 or 10% of the data set. In this illustration, we can see the relationship between deciles and quartiles. It is shown that D5 lies on the same point where Q2 is located. Therefore, the value of D5 is equal to Q2. Moreover, we can say that 10% of the data is less than or equal to the value of D1. 20% of the data is less than or equal to the value of D2. 50% of the data is less than or equal to the value of D5 or Q2, and so on. On the other way around, we can say that 10% of the data is greater than or equal to the value of D9. 20% of the data is greater than or equal to the value of D8. 50% of the data is greater than or equal to the value of D5 or Q2, and so on. Make sure to understand this part since it is an important information needed in interpreting deciles. Now, let us proceed to the first example. Find the third decile of the scores obtained by 12 students in a summative test in Mathematics 10. This problem is an example of ungrouped data, so we will be using Mendenhall and Sinsich method to get the value of D3. Step 1. Arrange the data in ascending order. Step 2. Find n, or the total number of elements. The value of our n here is 12. Step 3. Calculate the position of deciles using the formula. Since we are looking for the third decile or D3, then the value of our k is 3. And for n, the value is 12. Substitute the values and perform the operation. By doing so, the computed value of the position of D3 is 3.9. 3.9 becomes 4 after rounding to the nearest integer. This means third decile is the fourth element of the data. So, D3 is equal to 39. In this problem, the value of our third decile is 39. Now, let us have an illustration. Our third decile can be found on this part of the distribution. Its value is 39. We all know that D3 or the third decile separates the lowest 30% from the other 70%. 30% plus 70% is equal to 100. So based on the illustration, we can interpret that 30% of the students got the score of less than or equal to 39. On the other way around, we can also say that 70% of the students got the score of greater than or equal to 39. Now, let us proceed to the second example. If the value of the seventh decile in a certain distribution of scores is 52, what does it mean? First, let us have an illustration. Seventh decile lies on this part of the distribution. The value of the seventh decile is 52. Seventh decile or D7 separates the lowest 70% from the other 30%. This means that 70% of the students got a score less than or equal to 52. On the other way around, we can also say that 30% of the students got the score greater than or equal to 52. And that's all for this lesson, Interpreting Deciles.
Maraming salamat sa panunood, mga kaalamat!